Hello guys, before we start today's video, I just want to say do not forget to get in on this giveaway. It is basically free for a giveaway for the bundle of Dustmorn, and if we hit 1,000 subscribers before October 4th, we'll give away a Dustmorn butcher box or play box or whatever it's called these days. Definitely, all you have to do is comment on this video right here to give away announcements, and also subscribe to Scry Guides and like it as well to get in on this awesomeness. But yeah, let's get on to Deck Tech today. See you there. Hello guys, welcome back to Scry Guys, and today we're going to talk about another deck tech of a very old commander that is really good and popular today, and it is Edgar Markov, under $250. I wanted to fit that budget in for anyone that's trying to build this commander. I know the commander itself is $100, but everything else is cheap and affordable for you if you have less than $250 to spend on this commander. So let's just get right into today's video. I know that Dustmorn comes out very soon, and we're going to be dropping some of the pre-cons this week, Thursday and Friday, since two of the lists already came out to literally yesterday. So I have a list made up for one of them already ready to go for Friday, so definitely stay tuned for that. So let's just get right into today's deck tech. So Edgar Markov, everyone knows, it's a very infamous commander with eminence. So Edgar Markov is a black, white, and a red, and 3 colorless vampire knight, legendary creature. Eminence. So basically, what Eminence does for you is whenever you cast another vampire spell, if Edgar Markov is in the command zone or on the battlefield, create a 1/1 vampire creature token. So Eminence, if it's in the command zone, it has a special effect, like shown with Edgar Markov. You get something off of it, so you go to create 1/1 vampire creature tokens and have first strike, haste, and then whenever Edgar Markov attacks, put 1 counter on each vampire you control, which is very powerful, and it's a 4/4. So very powerful commander for vampire. Just a really dumb ability for Eminence. So let's just get right into the creatures I have here for today. So we're running 40 creatures. Something that definitely seems good with 40 creatures for a creature deck that you need a lot of vampires to trigger your commander off of. I don't think there's any creatures that are not vampire. I think all of them are pretty much vampire, so you're definitely getting that trigger off no matter what. So let's get right into it. So we have Angie, Maid of Dishonor, Enowin, the Rune of Sage, Bartolomeo, Blood Artist, Blood Gas, Blood Lord of Vaskoth, Blood Tithe Harvester, Blood Veil, and Butcher Malakir. So all these cards are really important in here. So we do have some somewhat of pingers here with Blood Artist. Then we got a little bit of Sack Outlet with Bartolomeo. And then we got Blood Tithe Harvester, which is not removal, but also creates a blood token for us. And then we got NG, which does whenever one marked vampires enter battlefield under your control, create a blood token. This ability will trigger once each turn, and then sacrifice another creature or a blood token. Each opponent loses 2 life. So it's a little bit of a drainer there for 2 mana. And then when at the beginning of your upkeep, each player sacrifices a non-vampire creature, which is really nice. Blood Gas returns whenever we play a land, so it's really nice there. A little bit of recursion, a little bit of Sack Outlet there, since we do run, I believe, a couple of Sack Outlets like Bartolomeo. We'll see here in the next couple of slides here. And then we have Blood Veil, which creates us blood tokens, and blood tokens helps us really nicely down the line in the late game. When we draw into a dead card, we get a discard and draw a card, which is really nice for 1 mana. Butcher Malakir, just an OG classic of a card. Whenever Butcher Malakir or another creature you control dies, each opponent sacrifice a creature, which is really nice. We got Blood Lord, which is Bloodthirst 3, and then whenever you cast a vampire creature spell, again Bloodthirst 3. Yeah, everything else seems nice here. Just a little bit of a budget here. Want to keep it there, so let's just move on to the next slide here. We got Captivating Vampire, Carmen, Champion Dust, Cliveno, Cordal Vampire, Crossway Troublemakers, Cruel Celebrant, Draina, and then Dust Legion Sergeant. So we got some draws here. We got a couple lords here as well, and more pingers too. So we got Champion Dust for more draw, and then lose X life for exit number of vampires you control. And then we got some lords here, which is Cardinal Vampire, as well as Captivating Vampire. Other vampire you could all get +1/+1. And then if you have 5 vampires, tap those, and engage control target creature become a vampire. And then Cardinal Vampire, whenever Cardinal Vampire, another creature dies, put one counter on each vampire you control, which is really nice. With the sack plan that we have here, we could sack and put a bunch of 1/1 counters all vampires here. And then we got Claveno, which is whenever you attack target attacking vampire, it and demon become a demon, and when it dies, it becomes a 4/3 white black vampire creature token. So somewhat of a recursion there. With Blood Gas or any of our other vampire, we could sack them and become 4/3 demon to flying. Then we got Carmen, another sack piece. Whenever a player sacrifices a permanent, put 1/1 counter on Carmen and you gain 1 life. And then whenever it attacks, turn to 1 target permanent card with mana value less than or equal to power of Carmen, which is pretty good. And then we got Crossroad Troublemakers, attacking vampires. Somewhat of a lore there, but it's only on attack. Attacking vampire you control gain Death Touch and Lifelink. And then whenever a vampire you control dies, you may pay 2. If you do, draw a card. Cruel Celebrant, which is another pinger. Whenever a Cruel Celebrant or another creature or planeswalker you control dies, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1. And then Draino's pretty cool. Deal common damage, put 1 counter on each attack creature you control. Just an OG there. And then we got Dust Legion Sergeant. So sacrifice Dust Legion Sergeant. Each non-token vampire you control gains persist till the end turn. So a bit of protection there just to make sure your vampires live and they get negative counters on them, which is fine. So let's move on to the next slide here. We got Dust Legion Zealot, Edgar Charm Groom, Alenda, the Dust Rose, Alenda's hair prop font. Jeez, I cannot speak. Florian, Indulgent Aristocrat, Legion Lieutenant, Master of Dark Rites, and Marvin, Famed Dust Apostle. So all the cards pretty good. We got a little bit of draw here with Dust Legion Zealot, another lord with Edgar Charm Groomed, and then when it died, it flipped over to the Coffin, which I don't remember what it did, but we only care about the front part here, so that's the only thing we care about. And then we got Alendra. OG classic commander here. Whenever another creature dies, put 1 counter. Then when Alendra dies, you create X white vampire creature tokens with lifelink equal to its power. And then Alendra hair. Whenever you gain life, put 1/1 counter on Alendra. And then when Alendra dies, create X. So basically the same thing as of Alendra Dust Rose, but it's white and it's not legendary. Florian Voldern's Scion, which is a really good card. First strike, and then at the beginning of your post-combat main phase, look at the top X cards of your library, where X is the total amount of life your opponent lost this turn. Exile 1 those cards, put the rest at the bottom, and then you may play the exile card this turn, which is really busted for us. So we definitely love those type of abilities because our opponent's going to lose quite a bit of life during our combat. And then we got Indulgent Aristocrat, which is just sacrifice a creature, put 1 counter on each vampire you control, which is really nice for 2 mana. And then we got Legion Lieutenant, which is a Lord, +1/+1 for vampires. And then we got Master of Dark Rites, sacrifice another creature, add 3 black, and then only catch vampire, clerics, and demons. So it's a little bit ramped there for us. And then I got Mavrin, which is whenever 1 more token vampires you control attacks, create a 1/1 vampire creature token with lifelink. So pretty good there. And then last but not least, we got Narcana, Revenant, Order of the Secret Dusk, Preacher. We got Preacher here. Queen's Bay Paladin, Rakish Heir, Sanctum Seeker, Shadow Alley Denizen, Stormkirk Captain, and then Twilight Prophet. All seem pretty good cards here. We got a little bit more mana here with Narcana. And that Order of the Secret Road, which had to provoke Flying, Lifelink, and Haste. And it had Exalted also, and then other vampire you control have Exalted, so pretty good there with depending how big you want the Order of Secret Dusk to be. You just swing with that, and you deal a lot of damage and gain a lot of life. And then we got Preacher. We got Queen's Bay Paladin, which returned up to one target vampire card from your graveyard to the battlefield with a finality count on it, either life equal to mana value, so pretty alright. And then it also attacks, so it's basically pretty good. Got Ricketts Air, Racket's Air. I keep on saying Ricketts. Racket's Air, whenever vampire you control deal combat damage to player, put one count on it. And then we got Sanctum Seeker. Whenever vampire you control attacks, each opponent loses one life and you gain one. And then we got Shadow Alley Denizen. Whenever another black creature enters the battlefield under your control, target creature gain Intimidate until they enter. And so that really helps out since our vampires are going to be 1/1 black vampires, which is really nice. And we got Stormkirk Captain, which is a nice lore for us, so other vampires you control get +1/+1 at first strike. And then Twilight Prophet, everyone's favorite card. Woo! Pretty good card. You just, after getting your upkeep, if you have the Sigil Blessing, reveal the top card of your library, put it into your hand, and each opponent loses life equal X life, and you gain X, where X is the mana value, so pretty good there. Alright, last but not least, we got Vampire Nocturnes, Vein Ripper, Veto, and Welcoming Vampire. So Vampire Nocturne helps us through our deck, as long as top card of your library is black. Vampire Nocturne and other vampire you control get +2/+1 and have flying, so really disgusting there. Vein Ripper, the infinite card that is almost destroyed Pioneer. Not almost, but like it was a really strong card. But now it's not really seen play anymore because Sorin got the axe. Pretty good card here. It's only like I think $15 now. And then we got Veto. Whenever you gain life, target opponent loses that much life. So really nice there. And then we could creature you control gain lifelink. And then we got Welcoming Vampire, what draws cards whenever power 2 or less enter battlefield, only triggered once each turn. So there we go for all the creatures. Let's get right into the 5 artifacts that we have here today, which is Arcane Signet, Skull Clamp, Soul Ring, Talisman of Convention, Talisman of Hierarchy. So we've got like 4 ramp pieces here, the usual, you know. And then Skull Clamp, before the recursion and more draw power, we send our token to our 1/1, generally have Blood Gas as well. And then our pingers will trigger off of those as well. And our, I believe another card, the Troublemaker will help draw this card as well. We just pay 2 life, draw a card there. So I think this is really good for a start for artifacts here, since it's a budget. And then we got 9 instances. 9 instances are Anguish Making, Borrow Charm, Corrupted Conviction, Dark Ritual, Deadly Disguise, Fell the Profane, Path to Exile, Sword Clasher, and Village Rite. So we got a little bit of draw here with Corrupted Conviction, Village Rite, and Deadly Dispute. And then quite a bit of removal here with Anguish Making, Fall the Profane, Path to Exile, and Swords to Plowshare. And then a little bit of protection here with Borrow Charm, Indestructible. Then we could like target gain double strike or whatever, or deal 4, you know. And then we got Dark Ritual for a little bit of ramp as well, and Deadly Dispute has some ramp properties as well. So let's move on to the 6 sorceries here. So we're playing Dam, Feed of Swarm, Merciless Eviction, Olivia's Wrath, Pack of the Servant, and then Ruinous Ultimatum. So we do have some board wipes in here, which is Dam, Merciless Eviction, and then Ruinous Ultimatum. Ruinous Ultimatum is a little better for us just because it destroys all non-land permanents your opponent controls. So really nice there. But the other 2 is for everyone. And then we got Feed of Swarm, which is there for the enchantments or even creatures as well. And then we got Olivia's Wrath, which is each... Oh yeah, Olivia's Wrath is a board wipe as well, so I forgot about that. Each non-vampire creature gets X until the end of turn, where X is the number of vampires you control. And then Pack of the Servant, into the creature type, target player draws X and loses X life, where X is the number of creatures they control of the chosen type. So I think this card is really funny just because you could target an opponent, and if they have enough, they just die because they have to like lose the life, which is kind of funny. So I think there's a very funny kill spell in some situations when your opponent playing a tribal deck and they have more stuff like elves. If they have like 20 of them, your opponent loses 20 life and they die or somehow, you know. I think that's hilarious. But let's move on to the 5 damage here. So we got Blind Obedience, Impact Tremors, Leading to Landing, Ceremonity, and then Tokusaya's Welcome. So Blind Obedience, a little bit of stacks piece there, but it seemed pretty good with the extort. Then we got Impact Tremors, which deals 1 damage to each opponent whenever a vampire enter battlefield with the tokens. We're just going to deal a lot of damage with that. Legion Landing creates 1/1. Then the other side is you create vampires for like I think 3, 1 white, 2 colorless, which is pretty good. And then we got Sarah Animosity, which is whenever a creature you control attacks, it get +1/+0 till the end of turn, till the end of turn for each other attacking creature that shares a creature type with it. And then we got Tokusa's Welcome. Whenever one of our creatures with mana value 3 or less enters the battlefield under your control, draw a card. This ability on trigger once each turn. I wish they don't have that. That card would be really good without that ability, but they do. Let's talk about the lands here. We're playing 34 lands. Forgot to put that number in there, but that's fine. 34 lands. Just because at 35, including the profane, follow the profane. But it's not a land. It's sorcery on its other side. So 34 lands here. We're playing Battlefield Forge, Bajuka Bog, Cave of Kalos, Clifftop Retreat, Command Tower, Dragon's Summit, Exotic Orchard, Isolated Chapel, Smoldering Marsh, Sulphurous Springs, Vault of the Archangel, Voldrin Estate, and then we are playing 4 mountains, 6 plains, and 12 swamps. Since majority of our spells are black. But yeah, I think that is it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe, and comment on today's video. Definitely stay tuned for this week for the Dustmourn deck techs that we are doing. Dustmourn looks pretty fun for Commander. Not too sure about any other format that I see interesting about it. But pretty soon we're gonna come out with some CDH deck techs. Definitely soon. We'll definitely do that. Currently, right now, I'm working on quite a bit of things, a cube and 2 CDH list. But yeah, you guys have a wonderful day. Definitely stay tuned for Dustmourn videos. While still spoilers are still coming out, we're going to drop the pre-com videos this week. But yeah, you guys have a wonderful day. I will catch y'all later.